All right, what's going on, y'all? So today is really for you, Pollinots and Polithots out there and shit. So no judgments and shit. Um, but I had realized something going through my own stages in life and shit, right? And God really met me in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? When shit wasn't going too well, when shit was hard, and it wasn't um, my situation. It wasn't circumstance. It wasn't any of that. He met me regardless. And so what I realized was um, God enacts his ways through other people. When you alone, you have no choice to get just pure God, right? Unfiltered. And when I was going through all of this, I had time to not just get the fucking answer, right? I had time to reconcile, understand, and then go through the process of greater and greater wisdom and knowledge and shit, um, and having a deeper understanding on how shit works when it comes to him. It was never I was never judged. I just made wiser and wiser decisions accordingly. Um, and so that's what I realized. I realized like a lot of people don't get the opportunity to actually like fully go through that development, and that development is necessary. A lot of people can give you the right answer, sure, but uh, it's you're skipping a whole lot of steps to for understanding for that individual. You know, and sometimes depending on case by case basis, the right answer, shit, you should just fucking move in that direction regardless. But um, no, it's sometimes you got to let people go through the process, the full process and shit. So um, how I came to like think about this subject in general was back when I was talking to Titi, and she was having an issue with well, this is all like fake and shit, but my responses were honest and true. So um, she had like a had her man in jail or prison or something, Charles, and Jared was like her maybe baby daddy, um, from like in high school sweethearts type shit. Um, but they had some like conflict, so fucking she didn't like him. Whole time I'm telling him, man, like, do you, bro? Like, if you dealing with this, you know what I'm saying? You did some fuck shit in high school, whatever. I'm trying to tell, and I'm asking her, like, what do you really want? You know what I'm saying? Either way, um, she had said Charles had um, kind of asked for no. She had a friend, and Charles was dating the friend. She moved in, and he finessed it some type of way to where they were both cool. Then he left her for TT, and I was like, I was just trying to be honest, but I was like, you gonna lose him how you get him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you the young thing now. What happens in like 7 years? And you know, that's gonna be the next thing, right? So, but then she was telling me like how he kind of brought the situation up, convinced everybody, um, and they kind of do that thing, and she was kind of into it. She was kind of like trying to say, I kind of, but I just want somebody, what I'm saying, faithful for me. It's all bullshit, by the way, but for the case, for the purpose, you know what I'm saying, it matters. So I didn't want to just arbitrarily tell her the correct answer. I wanted to work with her, and so but I did tell her my thoughts on it in that moment. I was like, don't you really just want like one person, you know what I'm saying, to be yours? When like, did you not like? That's how I would see it. But I listened to her completely, and then I was like, okay, because you could tell somebody like some shit all day, and they ain't never gonna do the shit. But if you give them wisdom on their level, they can fundamentally apply that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take a step back. It was like 2 days. But I really considered the thought as though it was for me. Now, when I put myself in that position, I was like, initially, it just seemed all like selfish, like to ask for that type of relationship or whatever. And so I was like, hold on, because I just thought that there couldn't be like an equal distribution of love, right? But then I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute. If anybody could know the extents of like fair and equal distributions of love, it would be me. So I'm like, okay, so it is possible, but you'd have to work through like all of the fucking like issues that could arise. You got problems enough dealing with finding one person that fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Let alone more than that, right? And it has to be offered or asked out of like one person's pure intentions and expression, and then the other person's non-judgmental acceptance of it. But then again, on the recipient, you gotta accept the answer, right? So after that, it's cut and dry. And I was also thinking about it on like a societal level, like, you know what I'm saying? Some people are just carnal, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe this is their first lifetime, and if you don't think that the Bible speaks on multiple lifetimes and shit, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Jesus, the spirit of Elijah has to come before me, right? What is that? You know what I'm saying? Jesus also putting in the joke, Ben Adam, you know what I'm saying? Who comes before Jesus again? Ben Joseph. It's reincarnation. See, like, and then if you want to argue anything else, like the description of the afterlife to the Hebrew perspective changes throughout the Bible. The prophets weren't privy to all the information. They were privy to what needed to be known. And then that was filtered through their perspective of the environment, the personal viewpoint.